Well. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, actually, not evening. Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a very wonderful night. For those that are not in California, for those who are in Nigeria, how have you been today? Give me 1 second. Trying to get ready and settle on all of that. We're going to start as soon as possible. Thank you for joining me live today. Today we are going to be rounding off what we started last week. Sorry, connect with I'm trying to connect with the rest of my platform. Thank you for joining me this morning. I really appreciate you. Um, Today we are going to be rounding off what we started last week about the transformation that is required, that we need to deploy for the year 2026, just to make things more exciting and interesting. Hopefully we can get some things out of the way today. Um, Once again, I want to thank you for joining me, wherever you're joining from. I want to say thank you. I always appreciate you. And yes, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for coming in. Adrenaline, thank you. Ugu Idoka, thank you for joining me. Last week we started talking about transformation, and one thing that is very, very exciting for me today is the fact that we will have the chance to complete everything we started last week. And I feel that's very, very important, especially in the things that we started. So, without wasting any time, I would really want anybody to jump in. Let's just talk about the things that, how do you want to approach 2026? Really, everything. Thank you for joining. Mohammed, thank you. Um, how do you want to approach 2026? What are the skills that you plan to deploy? We talked about this last week and the remaining 5 steps, and I took my cue from the book of Dean Graziosi, where I was talking about transformation and how things really have to work out for people, and how you have to align yourself spiritually, and and so on and so forth. Triple D, Yomi, thank you. Thank you for joining, everybody. Thank you. So without wasting time, give me 1 second. I'm trying to log on to my other platform so that we can just jump in as quickly as possible. I don't know why this is not um, okay. I think I'm set, so we are good to go. So today, what is going to be like? I feel like 2026 is going to be a season in one's life where we will remember a lot of things, depending on how you have prepared, depending on how you have the plans that you've had ahead of time. And we discussed the first 5 things, and today we are going to be continuing. Mike, I don't want, Pastor Sina, thank you for joining. All I want to say is that I want to thank everybody, and I don't want to go back to back and start. I feel like I'm distracting a lot of people by acknowledging everybody that comes online all the time. So let's jump in directly. One of the things I got from the book I was telling you about, Growth, that in 2026, you have to grow your skills. In 2026, you need to grow your skills. Money will follow skill every time. Money will not follow certificate alone in 2026. Money is not going to follow your age. Money will not come because you are able to pray. Prayer alone will not put money in your pocket. Let's not get it twisted. I'm a believer. I believe in the power of prayer, but I know that if you don't have something to offer, it is better you have skills than you use prayer to back it up. So let's not depend on just praying alone. Praying is good, but I feel it is very important to grow your skill. Anyone who enters 2026 with less skill will be disadvantaged. So what exactly do you have now that you know that if you increase the tendency or you increase the strength, people will pay for it? So you need to grow your skill. If you have more skills, it will control the amount of opportunities that you are going to have. I'm telling you, the more advanced you are in your skills, the more opportunities can come. I was listening to Ibukun Awoshika yesterday evening, and she said she went to the airport, her flight was cancelled, and there was a young man that was attending to everybody. The way people were yelling and shouting at her, that he was not tired, he was not losing his cool, and that he was giving answers to everybody, despite the fact that they were insulting him. And he just continued to answer questions and all. And she said she stayed there and she was listening to the guy. When everything was over, she went to him and said, if you ever need a job, this your silence, the way you are so skilled to attend to angry customers who justifiably are supposed to be offended. They've been in the airport for like 3 hours, then they canceled the flight. So everybody was livid. People lost their minds. And the guy was calm, under pressure, and long story short, the woman promised him that if you ever need a job, contact me. The marketplace is going to reward your competence one day. Don't be foolish in 2026. Don't think what you know this 2025 is going to take you through 2026. It can get you started, but I don't think it will take you through. You need to keep your mind. What are the skills you need to add to what you have already? You want them to increase your salary, but you don't have more skills. You keep doing the same thing. You think because you stay too long that I've been here since the beginning of this company, but they just hired someone who had more skills, and in 2 years they've made him manager over you. The point I'm making is 2026, you need to grow more skills. What are the skills you need to learn? Digital skills, public speaking. Go and learn leadership, sales and persuasion for those who are in marketing. If you have to add artificial intelligence to what you do, anything that you will do that will increase your chance of success in 2026, I think you should do it. What do you think? I think you should do it. Whatever you have to do that will increase your chance of success in 2026, just go ahead and do it. There is no way you will follow 2026 with this your normal system that you are doing. If you have to take a project management class, if you have to do a career specific skill program, whatever, just add one more thing to your portfolio in 2026. If you have a BSc right now, if you have to go and do a postgraduate, if you have to go and do a certificate program, let your office know that you are trying to improve on something. If you have to go and do a skill acquisition, if you have to go and learn how to make soap, you don't know when you will ever need that skill. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he told me that, do I know to make hair in America, to make a woman's hair, a baby boy, or a girl or a woman's hair, depending on the style, the cheapest is $250. And I'm like, what? $250 in Orange County, California. I don't know about Texas. I don't know about Nebraska. I don't know about East Coast. In California. And that is RLA price. That is price for someone who already knows you. So imagine a woman who comes to America with 3 girls as her children. Where are they going to have money to spend $750 every other month or every 3 weeks or every skill development? Build your skill capacity. And when he told me, I'm like, what? Then he saw the picture of my daughter, and when he saw the head on her head, and she's like, this one, it will be like $500. I almost passed out when he said, I almost passed out. Skill acquisition. Grow your skill in 2026. So what skill are you going to commit yourself to learning in 2026? You are a carpenter. You are still doing the job the way they used to do it. No, it's not going to work. You need to go and get some additional training. If you see what people are doing with furnitures now, you'll be impressed. So don't sit down and complain that customers are not coming. How can customer come when you are not impressing them with your skill? So if you want to break through in 2026, one of the things you must do is to have additional skill. And I hope this is going to help you out. I hope this is going to make sense. The second thing, that is number 7 now. Guys, in 2026, you have to read though. We have to read. They said, if you want to keep something away from a black man, no offense to any African American, no offense to anybody from Nigeria or any part of Africa, no offense to any white person listening to me, Caucasian, you are Hispanic, whoever you are. But it is a saying, and that is not my opinion. I heard about it. I know about it. They said if you want to keep information from a black man, in other words, woman, boy, girl, that you should keep it in a book. You should hide it in a book that they will never go back to it. And I'm starting to feel like I don't think it is true anymore, because people are starting to know what it takes. How do you want to improve the quality of your thinking if you are not going to read? Reading is no longer optional. And I'm not talking about your physics, chemistry, accounting, biology textbook. I'm talking about reading for survival, so that people who are going to relate with you can tell that, there is sense in what this guy is saying. Be a woman of substance, that when you open your mouth and talk, people can say, I can feel that this lady actually is speaking sense. Because reading is going to help you it will stop a lot of embarrassment. It will not, ignorance is very expensive. The stress that you are going through right now, let me put it this way. I am into public speaking. I am also a professor. I have a consultancy page where people come talk to me about specific things and all of that, which I'm going to talk about when the time is right. The people that I read about, the books that I read books on motivational speaking. I read books on leadership. I read books on business ethics. I read books on management. I'm not going to be reading book on anything that is not in my line. So if you're in engineering, for example, you can't be reading, like, you need to read books on successful people in your field. Reading is how you are going to stay relevant. Reading will keep you informed and competitive. You know what I mean? The world is moving so fast for passive minds. You cannot be passive. Don't carry your old archaic thinking. You've not even read any book in the past 5 years. And you think you are going to compete with people that are reading regularly? You are joking. So if you want 2026 to really turn out, to pop up, and to work the way you really want, you better add reading to what you want to do in 2026. If you don't upgrade your mind, your environment will not fill you. You will not be able to do much. Even whether, I'm feeling like some people say, it's because you are in academic line. No, it's not it. It's not. My life is full even before I went into academics. Reading has always been, and it's not convenient though. I don't enjoy reading, no. Reading is boring. But when you remember what you will get out of it, it will inspire you to keep reading. I want people to think, just pick up a book. I'm not asking you to read everything, because I'm not called to read books. I'm so busy with my life. I'm busy with family. I'm busy with jobs. I'm busy with career. I'm busy with personal development and all. But I still have to relax. I still have to visit friends. I still have to sleep. I still have to watch movies. I have to still come with other things of my life. But there is a part of my life I have to read every day. It might take me long, but reading has to be part of what you need to do in 2026. Read to become who you are not yet, not just to know. So when you want to read, you need to ask, who am I becoming by what I read? Don't go and read at liches. Don't go and read books that are not relevant to your career or to your life. Does this book align with your future? Does this book align with what I'm praying for? You understand? So, because what you read will determine how you think. What you read will determine how you speak. What you read is going to determine how you decide, how you make decisions. You are wondering why you have not been able to make decisions on time. I easily get tired of reading. I can imagine. I see you. Sorry, let us attend to some of these comments. Busom, I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't want you to overwhelm yourself. If you have to read one page in a day, you are better than someone who has not even read at all. Reading is not convenient. It's an acquired skill. You will have to acquire it. You will have to do it consistently so that it will become something that you can do without stress. People don't read, and I wonder why. But I remember when I did not read, that I also have excuses. I get tired, it's boring. And then you don't have to read paper book. They've made it so sophisticated now that you can even read from your phone. And I'm not saying staring through your phone. You can buy books in audio format. You can buy books that you have applications that can now read them to you. You are driving to work, you are stuck in traffic. The goal is to just bombard your brain with something that is very, very tangible. What your current environment is teaching you is all that you will know. You want to break free from poverty. You want to have so much money. You want to be comfortable, and you want to be able to render help to other people. How can you do that? All I have to do is to look for someone who is living my life right now. Someone who is taking vacation. He has everything that I wanted. I will read his books so that I can see how he does his things. And it will save me stress. In fact, someone said that when you read, like, it will reduce your time. So if it took them 35 years to do something, it can take you lesser time because they have put all their experiences inside the book, depending on what you are looking for. Reduce your error by reading about information that you don't know before. Don't just, you may not have people. I have a book on Pastor Matthew Ashimolo. I've never met him. I don't know if I will ever meet him, but that book has changed my life. I have tons of books on John Maxwell. I don't know John Maxwell. I don't think I will ever meet him in life. It will be a privilege to meet him, don't get me wrong. But I have his books on leadership. My God. It's not accident that I'm studying at PhD level on business ethics and on leadership and psychology. Because I have seen that if we get leadership right, a lot of things will be correct. But it started from reading books. Books are like visas. It will give you access to dimensions that you can only think about, that you don't know. There are people you will not meet. I've never met Ben Carson, and I've read all his books. And it has inspired me to do a lot of great, great things and changes in my life. There are things that will happen in your life right now that I got a cue from books, how to handle them. Or when you listen to this is how you can do it, especially when they have results. So one chapter a day, it will change your discipline. It will change your confidence. The worst thing that can happen is for you to be out of words. They gave you an opportunity to do something and you don't know what to say. It is worse. It is horrible. Reading will improve your vocabulary. Reading will open your mind. Don't get tired. Don't read too much because you will be tired and you will sleep off. Someone told me that if I want to sleep, if I'm really turning and I'm not getting enough sleep, let me just carry a book. A book is like a sleeping pill. And give me 5 minutes after that, I will sleep off. No, we have to change. Reading will improve your confidence. It will give you the right discipline. It will improve your vocabulary. Reading will sharpen your brain. You'll be able to think fast. And you know what is funny? People can tell that you're a reader because you will sound smart. But all of that is not the goal. The goal of reading is to improve the quality of your own life. I'm staying on this matter because I'm tired of people saying, especially when you talk to a white man, he tells you things like, oh, Africans don't read. What do you mean? Don't use one brush to paint all of us. People are reading, man. People are reading. If you have not met those that are reading, don't just use one paint brush to paint all of us. People are starting to read. And when we talk about things like this, I'm hoping I'll be able to change your mind too. One book can save you years of stress, years of error. So read daily. Even if pick one chapter in a week. Even if it is just, if one chapter contains 10 pages, for example, consistency is what is important, because it will beat intensity. I don't want you to read, I bought a book that has 15 chapters and I read 3 chapters in 2 hours. No. It's useless. It's useless. Don't do that. Consistency is better than intensity. Don't read volume and not even remember what you read. Besides, remember that you are not reading to go and write an exam. You are reading to improve the quality of your mind. So take your time. Even if it is 10 pages a day, it will give you like 12 to 15 books in 1 year. So don't stop reading. The whole mindset will change. Trust me, this is very, very important. So what is your goal in 2026? Maybe you want to make more money. Maybe you want to change career. Maybe you just want to grow spiritually. Maybe you just want to change the way you think. The next thing for you is to go and look for books in that area. Reading goals should be part of what you want to do. And the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it. Challenge the way you think by reading books. Confront these excuses of not reading. It is bad. Disrupt this laziness that is stopping you from reading. It is one of the ways you can transform your life in 2026. I'm begging you. Give me 1 second. Let me go to the comment section, please. What is happening to me? That is what that is what is happening to me. I always get blank speaking. And I'm sorry that I'm laughing. I just love the fact that you are real. You're saying it exactly as it is. You get blank because number one, our mind can wander around. Our mind can wander around. Let me tell you what I do when I'm reading. I love to read books. I love flipping papers. I love to paint and shade and all of that. I have a piece of paper on my side, a piece of blank paper by the side. Because when you start reading, one of the reasons you will go blank, let me tell you, and I got this, God bless Mrs. Olowoshoyo, Pastor Mrs. Olowoshoyo. She's one of my pastors a time in my life when I was still in the university. Incredible people. She said when she's meditating, that she realized that her mind wanders around. She's a mom, she's a pastor, she's a wife. So as she's studying, I need to cook. I need to boil rice. Then her mind starts wandering and she stops reading. So what she does is, as soon as a thought comes to her mind, she jots it down. Right there while she's studying, she just put it down. Then the next thing, I need to pick up this child by 12 o'clock. I need to call doctor this by 11 o'clock. She will jot it down and she will continue. So she was able to disengage her mind. Immediately a thought comes to your mind. So don't keep everything in your brain. You will not remember. That is how you go blank. So as soon as you start reading, bring a piece of paper on the side. This is not to jot what you are reading. No, it's not to jot. Most of the things you jot, remember, you don't go back to it. Let's just say it as it is today. Remember, you don't go back to the things that you jot down. So what that means is that, sorry, give me 1 second. That is what is happening to me. Okay. So instead of you going blank, as soon as a thought comes to your mind outside what you are reading about how to save money, for example, and all of a sudden, how to save money. What has that got to do with the thought that came to your mind about the meeting you are supposed to have in church? For example, all you need to do is to write it down that I need to talk to Mrs. This, then continue. Jotting is going to help you while you are reading. That is the point I'm making. I'm begging you. Confront every excuse that will not make you read in 2026. I'm not done with this reading thing, though. Honestly speaking, I think we need to insist on how to teach people and let us, because sometimes God even speaks to you through what you read. If you have a good material. God bless Pastor Joyce Meyer. Joyce Meyer said that the book, I can't remember the title right now, and Hearing from God. It's not everybody that will hear, my son, stand up right now. Don't do business with that woman. Don't go out today. Don't do this and that. Some people will get a glimpse of what God is telling them from reading books. You can receive direction from books. It's incredible. Ben Carson's book has helped me to change a lot of things about the way I think and the way I see some things, even in decision making. Oh, there's a new book that Dr. Sam Adeyemi wrote. Oh my God. You've got, okay, it's so beautiful that it was addressing an issue concerning my life, and it was just like a solution. So instead of going around to look for consultancy and all of that, that's exactly what I saw. So let's move on. But in a way of recapping this 7th point, please make reading an integral part of your life in 2026. Don't be bored by, don't say, some of you will be joking with yourself. Me said they read now, wow, reading now. No, don't do that. You are doing the right thing. You need to read. And don't read irrelevant things. Read things that are consistent with where you are going. Read books that are consistent with a change that you want to see in your life. I will never see TD Jakes. I don't know if I will ever be able to see him now that I live in the US. But I've been in the US for how many years now? I have not met him. I don't know if I will meet him. But I've read books that has changed my life from him. That is what I'm trying to say. So reading is very, very essential. Guys, I'm asking you. It's not level to read. It is part of what you need to do in 2026. And I hope this helps out. I hope really that this will change your mind towards what you want to do in 2026. Get more information by reading so that it can change the way you address issues, the way you talk to people, the way you receive information, the way you respond, the way you will act, even if you are under pressure. All of this information, they are all right there in books that you might not be able to see. You mean one page can do okay, one page can I really want to improve my public speaking. So if you want to improve your public speaking, just go and get books on Brian Tracy. Go and get books with John Maxwell. I can give you tons of names of people who are into public speaking. You know, it's incredible. Dean Graziosi is one of them. I've forgotten the name of this one that comes to my head now. The tall man. I can't. Tony Robbins. These are people who have been doing public speaking for the past 40 years of their lives. I have some of their books. Some I borrowed in the library. Some I have. Like, the goal is to just get to my destination. Get books on them. Public speaking is great. It's incredible. You have no idea how much people you are going to transform when you hear. I have comments from different parts of the world. Someone will just reach out that, thank you about what you said. This is really addressing my issue right now. That is very fulfilling and that is very relieving. So you cannot do wrong studying. This is very, very important. Read so that you can improve the quality of your life. Your decision-making process will be different. You won't get angry unnecessarily. Your stress will go away. The things that are supposed to get you offended, you will realize that you are not offended anymore because you now have a superior explanation as to why people behave the way they behave. You will now use that to help yourself out so that you will not be a nuisance. Reading is very important, guys. I'm begging you. Okay, let's go to the next one. Environment and influence. How is your environment going to influence you in 2026? Where you spend time will determine who you become. I'm talking about the time you spend with people. Who are the people you are going to be spending time with in 2026? I will suggest that you spend time with people that have achieved success, people that are doing better than you. Dr. Olakunle Shoriyan, he said it this way, that if 1,000 fools are clapping for you, that does not make you a successful person. You are still a fool. You are just a bigger one. You understand? So that if you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Go to the next one. You should always find yourself in an environment that will challenge you. Don't be a local champion. So if you really want to grow in 2026, one of the things you also want to do is to move with people that are doing better than you. People who have better career, people who have better income, people who have stable family. In case you don't have one, people who are doing well than you, who are more educated than you. Yoruba will say, Tewe bakpe lara oshe, oman doshe. In other words, when you leave a soap and leaves, soap has a tendency of rubbing off so much with leaves, and at a point, even the leaf will start having the properties of the soap. In other words, even the leaf will start foaming. You can even use the leaf to wash something else. In other words, the soap will start, the leaf will start taking after the character of the soap. In other words, the people you associate yourself with will rub off on you. It's just a matter of time. If you move with smart people, you will start sounding smart. You will start talking smartly. You will start taking better decisions. The same way, if you move with an idiot, if you move with a fool, it's just a matter of time. You start acting foolishly. You cannot have problem with alcoholism, for example, and you are always hanging out with people that the way they relax is to take alcohol. You will never get out of that problem. It's not possible, because where you spend your time, environment creates behavior. If you want to stop alcoholism, for example, you just have to hang out with people who don't do alcohol, or people who take alcohol recreationally. The point I'm making is that the people you hang out with will influence and shape your identity. They will influence and shape your identity. There's someone I'm trying to roll with now. The person is way, way, way out of my league, but I love the life that he's living. I love where he lives. Oh my God. If you see the environment where this man lives, oh God. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love the car that he drives. I love the school that his children go to. I love the type of income that he has. He knows me. I met him 2 years ago. I don't have access yet, but I'm already planning myself. Oh, I attended a Christmas gala night recently, and I met him, and someone introduced me to him, and was like, yeah, I've been seeing you around. I think, I quickly had the opportunity to introduce myself and what I do and all of that. The point I'm making is, anybody you really like the way they are living their lives, just move closer to them. If they have books, buy it. If they don't have books, maybe you can follow them on the internet, follow them on social media, so that you can just have an idea of how they are living their lives. This is very important though. Environment can change people. Environment can change people. If you're in a wrong environment, you will have wrong results. It is that bad. Oh, I remember again, there's a very wonderful woman in my church. She told me that when her kids were growing up, she deliberately decided to go and live in a neighborhood where there are rich people. In a neighborhood where there are rich people. Rich people. Rich people. They are blessed. The people have like rich environment. There is nobody doing drugs. There is nobody is doing any shady deals. Police is not chasing anybody in that environment. She deliberately stayed in that neighborhood during the informative age of her children. Now that the children grew out of the place, they grew from that determined the school that they went to, the type of friends that they had. You can imagine how much influence environment has on people. She told me, she said, look, Ben, make sure, especially during information, you won't have to bother yourself about them. There are some mistakes they will never make. As much as they say a lot of people have been to prison in America, if you put 10 African Americans in America right now, they will say 6 to 7 of them have gone to jail and back. But there are people who have never been to jail. They have never been to jail. We are product of our environment. So our environment, or whatever that influences us, like social media, and that's why I always appreciate everybody that joins me in life. Internet is full of drama, dances, gossip, and stuff like that, and you are still able to connect just to hear me talk, and we are rubbing minds, and we are talking about personal growth and development. Oh, it's a lot to me, because social media has a lot of things that can distract you. It is part of influence. So when you connect to a platform like this, it is a way of growing your own environment, and this is one of the area of your evaluation. Your friend's mindset is one of them. It's an environment on its own. What you watch is an environment on its own. Who you listen to is an environment on its own that will influence you in 2026. Your mentors, the people who have a say over your decision making, they are the things that will influence you and your daily activities. This is very, very important. So if your environment does not challenge you right now, then it will limit you. If your environment is challenging you positively right now, it's just a matter of time. By the time you grow, even you will be shocked by the way your life just changed all of a sudden. And I think this is very, very important. And I hope that this is really going to help us to know the things that we need to do, the things we need to change, and all of that. The next thing I'm going to talk about is you yourself, who you are. Who are you right now? Are you proud of who you are right now? Are you proud of who you are right now? Give me 1 second. Let me read this comment. Sorry about that, guys, please. I just saw a comment from Yomi. Oh my God, I can't see it again. Yomi, I'm looking for the comment. I have a lot of, oh goodness, I can't see it. Who are you right now? And what are the types of, oh gosh, Yomi, I cannot see it. I know you just sent a message. Praise, I see you. Manuel, I see you. Okay, let me continue because I really can't see that again. If I come across it, I will definitely talk about it. Or you can type again. Who is this person? Can you teach me how to buy ParkWest? How to My problem is social anxiety. Rachel, come on. We can talk about that. We can talk about that all day. Let's talk, Rachel. Let me quickly finish this point. Let's connect online and just talk. You know? Okay, I'm talking about you, who you are in 2026. Share what you know now. Is it enough to carry you through 2026? These losers, these useless people that you are working with, is this how you are going to continue in 2026? People who are already satisfied with the little that they have, is that the people you are still going to work with in 2026? These people who don't care about me, now so me I do, me I just did. I know say what is my own will come to me. What will be would be. The food where I go chop. If you talk about Joko, let me not turn this to a Yoruba platform. The point I'm making is there are people who are so complacent, they just feel what will be will be. What will come to them will come to them. You must stop negotiating with your old self. There is a version of you that you need to see. You'll be surprised how much you have inside of you that you don't know yet. 2026 will not respond to who you were trained to be or where you used to be, because things are changing all the time. There are new skills that you need to learn. So you really want to decide. So change how you see yourself. You need to upgrade your thinking. Change how you introduce yourself. If someone is asking you, if you go to the American embassy, nobody is going to be asking you about what course did you study. The worst question that they can ask you, and within that short time, that is when they are deciding also. Introduce yourself. Can we meet you? As in, my name is Lagbaja. I'm a very great guy. As in, like, you cannot even speak with confidence. Upgrade your identity. Change the way you tolerate things. Change the way you talk. Find yourself a new level and get to that point. I think it has come to a point where you need to know that people want to pay for your service, but people will not pay for mediocrity. People need to know that you can be able to get things done without any form of ambiguity. And I think this is very, very important. You cannot stay here and just look at yourself and think, oh, I think I will just be fine. I'm okay. What I did in 2025 was still great. It wasn't so bad. We need to upgrade ourselves. Your identity, the way what people know you to be. Don't let people take that information to 2026. Maybe you are the type that used to show up to work late. Don't let people see you in 2026 and be like, man, guy, you have changed. What happened? Like, I like this new version of you. I like this new style that you are cruising. I love the fact that you are now punctual. I love the fact that you are doing your job better now. I love the fact that you're doing extremely well and things like that. And you'll be wondering that, I think I'm great. I think everything is working now. Change your system. This is very important. I'm going to talk to you about skill acquisition. If you have to go and learn how to speak French, there are new skills that people have that is bringing so much money to their hands now. Sometimes I just feel like, how I wish I know some things before I got here. Do you know that to do video editing alone, the amount of money that guys are asking for, because it is now a deal, it's a thing that everybody needs. How to file taxes, how to do what. I have someone that teaches my daughter how to play violin. I know how much I pay every month. Passively, the girl is still in school. Passively, you have no idea how much you can get from that new skill that you want to acquire. Go and learn how to speak Spanish. Go and learn how to speak French. Go and learn how to do photo shoots and video editing. Go and learn how to play the piano. Go and learn how to make hair. Go and learn how to barb your hair. One day you will find yourself in an environment, that you'll be wondering that, my God. Let me give you myself as an example. To cut my hair as in my neighborhood right now, if you don't have $40, you can't have an haircut. You even have to make appointment though. You don't go there and say, who they grand now? You know how the way you used to do it. No. You must have at least $40. And I know where they can have your haircut for $50, $60, $70, and all of that. Nobody cuts hair anymore for $30, $20, $15. No, they don't do that anymore. I was asking my barber, his name is Cameron, and I'm like, hey, Cameron, is this what you do full time? He said, yeah. When I met him, he was sharing shop with 6 other barbers. About 5 months ago, he now has his own shop, clean it up, beautiful place, and he goes in. And he told me that at least in a day, on appointment, my phones are very engaged right now. I will have shown you, I will have shared a text message. You have to go online, make an appointment, and have a haircut that you pay for. And in a day, at least, he will have close to 15, he said 12, 13. On a good day, Yuletide season like this and all, or any weekend that is holiday, you can have up to 20 persons. 20 multiplied by $40. And this is just basic. I need to say, for those that are not in America, when they cut your hair, shaving is not part of it. I don't know if you understand. In Nigeria, where I come from in Nigeria, when you go into a shop to have your hair cut, you take off your glasses, they wrap you up, and they just clean you up, they line you up, do all of that. Then they carry your beards, then they shave you, they do all of that shaving, then they clean you up, and they put shampoo on your hair, they wash your hair, condition it, and all of that. Then you pay reasonably. I don't know how much they are paying now, but when I was in Nigeria, maybe cutting hair was like $250. Classy place in Port Harcourt City. You understand? Nice, decent environment. They will even give you a bottle of water. $250. I don't know how much now they are cutting hair in Nigeria. Anyone, please, if you know how much they are having haircut in Nigeria or in the city where you live, in any part of the world. But the point I'm making is, that same hair, if you come to this part of the world, they are cutting hair for $40. I know some of us are already doing calculations, oh boy, 2,000. Imagine to cut hair for 2,000. But my guy, we cut hair for 20 people at $40 a day, and he works Monday to Saturday. Skill acquisition. When I just got to Port Harcourt City, before I even got a job or anything at all, I was teaching people how to play the piano. That sustained me for 2 months before I got a job. For Naija, 1,500. Imagine. Learning how to play the piano. I'm talking about skill acquisition right now. You don't know the day you will need that skill that will change your life, that will take you out of stress. The first 2 months I lived in Port Harcourt City by myself, it was the money I got from teaching kids how to play the piano in their father's house that sustained me. Your skill can take you out of obscurity and put you among incredible people. That is also one of. So upgrading yourself is no more negotiable. In 2010, when I went for NYSC, I was posted to Zamfara State. Now, for those who in Nigeria, Zamfara State, let me just say it this way, that I was posted to a local government very close to Sokoto State, where it's so rural, so crude, that there is no bike. How much more taxi? People go on camels, for real. No jokes. People go on camels. But this is the gist. I already indicated when I got there that, guys, churches will come, campus fellowships, everybody will come around you to check, because you are new in the environment. For those that are international audience, NYSC is 1 year compulsory program that government fix on you so that you can serve your country before you go out there to look for job and all. When I got to this neighborhood, this environment, when we got to the camp, campus fellowships will come, and all kinds of churches. I wrote it there quickly that, hey, I am in choir, I can play the keyboard, I can play the guitar, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. By the time they posted me to Bakura, do you know, this church actually brought me back to the state capital where the church is, only by my skill. Nothing would have brought me out of that place. I would have been in that neighborhood for 1 year, riding donkey and camel and doing this for a whole year. If you see the core members, because they are not going anywhere. But I had a blast in Zamfara State, in Gusau, because I was in the state capital, and I had a lot of people. Like, we made incredible impact. We loved each other. I met incredible people. Till today, I have an associate in Jos till today that I met in NYSC. Someone that works with me, like in my friend, that we discuss and we rub minds, we do stuff together. Talent, upgrade yourself in 2026. Instead of me riding donkey, I live in Atigala quarters. For those who know Zamfara State, I was driving car. The family I lived with, they gave me a car to drive. Just by your skill. Your skill can get you out of trouble. Your skill can open incredible doors that you don't even know that they exist before. You don't want to take this for granted. You need to think of one skill that you must learn in 2026. I don't know how you want to do it. Think of one skill that you want to learn in 2026 that you don't have before, the one that you don't have before. I'm not talking about one skill that you have nothing. You have no idea how it is or what it used to be. I want you to think of one that you want to do right now. Can you give me an idea? Just put it in the comment section. What skill do you think is relevant to your career right now? Some of you are still looking for a job. You don't have a job right now. Are you just going to be hanging around friends and just hanging out? All the parties they call you for, you will attend because at least I don't have a job right now, so let me just enjoy it right now. What skill do you want to learn? My niece just went back to a computer school to go and learn about, I can't remember again. She got out of school. She still said she just came back from Lagos from an exam that she went to write, but she has a skill that she's growing right now. Time does not wait for any man. That is the point that I'm making. I know the skills that I've acquired in 2026. I know the one I'm signing up for based on my capacity, based on the ones that I can pay for right now for 2026. I know the amount of books that I want to read. I know the books I have ordered just for the first quarter of 2025-26. Because another thing I want to quickly say is that some of you are able to buy the books, but you will not read them. Can we spend 1 minute and discuss that? Why would you buy a book and you won't read it? And don't say, at least I'm able to buy. Let me just buy. Let me just be looking at it first. Let me just, at least I know that when I'm ready, I will read it. No. You have not done really well. If you bought the book, read the book. If you have been able to buy, then you should be able to read. Read the book. Read the book. If you put money aside to buy a book, then you should put time aside to read the book. This is very, very important. I don't know how much I can emphasize this, but you cannot abandon a book that you have just bought. You spent money to buy. Get the quality for that book back by reading it. Don't buy the book and just use it don't just put it in your shelf. Putting a book in your shelf that's not what you bought it for. Don't go and showcase yourself for books that you have never read before. I don't think that is appropriate. You did well by buying, but you need to start reading the book. If you have any question, now is the time to ask. We have 10 more minutes to go. I'm going to do a recap very, very quickly. And I hope if you have any question, we can talk about this as quickly as possible. And if you don't have any question, it's still fine. It's okay. Any question, anyone? Any question, anyone, before I do my recap very quickly? Anybody? Anybody, if you have question, please let me know. Any question? Any question? Okay. If I see, I'll go back to it. But for now, let me just do a recap very quickly. So today we talked about skill growth, how to grow your skill, how to make more influence, make more money, how to recognize that there is more income that can come to your pocket. You can transform your life better if you have more skills. Prayers alone won't do it. It's good to pray, but praying alone will not change your life if you don't put the required work to it. And I think this is very, very important. Don't enter 2026 without any skill. Anyone who has stopped, or there is something you don't have before, you need to start it all over again. Don't be discouraged. Because it is not working yet does not mean it's not going to work. I think this is very important. That it is not working does not mean it will not work. It will still work, but you need to pay attention and continue to do it. Learn new things. Learn how to speak. Learn sales. Learn AI tools. Learn digital skills. Learn emotional intelligence, project management. Learn how to make hair. Learn how to braid. Just learn. Do something. We also talk about reading. How reading can change your life. How reading can change how you think. How reading can change how you decide. Decision-making process. How it can be influenced by your reading. How reading can give you discipline. How reading can improve your confidence. And also how it improves your vocabulary and stuff like that. You can read about spiritual books. You can read spiritual books to align you spiritually. You can read books on mental and leadership to give you clarity about some things that you want to do with your life. You can read books on finance so that you can take better decisions on how you spend your money. This is very, very important, and I think it's very critical. It will help you build capacity. If you're aspiring to be a leader, read books on leadership. This is very, very important. And I told you that you don't have to read one book every month, or don't put yourself under any pressure. There is no measurement. That's the point I'm making. Don't say, me, I read 3 books in a month. Oh, I try to read like 4 books in a month. You are not there yet. I don't even read 4 books in a month. No, I don't. Sometimes I read 2 books simultaneously, especially when they are addressing the same issue. You know what I mean? I'm listening to messages on YouTube and somebody talks about, in fact, most of the books that I bought, I buy them on recommendation. A great preacher is speaking, or a motivational speaker is talking, or a coach is talking, and he said, 25 years ago, I bought a book titled this, and that, and that. That's how I bought The Richest Man in Babylon. That's how I bought Think and Grow Rich. That's how I bought Take That Risk. That's how I bought I Will Try. That's like 80% of the books I have is on recommendation because someone is talking about it. Don't just buy books that are not relevant to your life or to your career. It's waste of money, it's waste of resource, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I'm asking you. Then we talked about your environment and how they influence your decision making. Please, you need to rise above your environment. Who you spend time with, where you spend time will determine who you will become. You don't want to go through life becoming like someone else because you have spent so much time with them. And I hope this makes sense to you. I hope this is very, very important. For those that asked questions, I really appreciate it. For those that left comments and we resolved it, that is incredible. Mary, Rachel, let's talk. If you are still online, let's do another like 5 minutes to talk about the thing and your question and all. If you are still online, if not, you can leave me a message and I will reach out to you, then we can talk. But honestly, I think 2026 is going to make a lot of sense, especially for those of us that are starting to take steps. We are starting to take steps towards what we want to do. And in the last 3 weeks, my videos have concentrated on how to spend your time, how to get promoted, the skills you have to deploy, and the things that you have to do, the type of friends you want to have in 2026. Hey, this is very, very important. The things you are struggling to get, there are people that can give it to you free of charge. Have you heard about people that gift cars? Have you heard about people who live in a free house? Have you heard about people who got a job not with their credentials, but because somebody spoke to someone about them? These are possibilities around you. These are things that are already happening. So don't think it cannot happen to you. So your own job is to get ready, so that when you get the opportunity, you're not going to embarrass yourself. Oh. You now not go and embarrass yourself. They put you there, now you don't even know what to do. Oh, that will be reckless. That will be the most embarrassing thing that would happen to you. And I hope this is not going to be your portion. And it's not about saying amen. It is about taking necessary steps. They cannot put you in charge of people and you don't have people's skill. You don't have leadership skill. You don't have skills that can get people to know that I know him. He will definitely show up. In my line of work, punctuality is very, very important. Oh my goodness. In my line of work, when you say you'll be there at 7, be there at 7. Please. When you say you'll be there at 7, be there exactly at 7. If you're not there at 7, you are stressing another person out. So let us improve these things. And I hope that 2026 will answer to us the way we really want it to be. So have a mental picture of what you want 2026 to be. Then start working towards it. 2026, this is where I am. This is where I am right now. But I want 2026 to give me this one. So I have to read books. I need to change my environment. I have to have more relationship with people that are better than me. And I have to read more books. I have to attend conferences. I have to do this. And in the process, I will change my job. I'll have business partners that are better than me. And that is how people grow. Don't get stuck to one thing that is not working. If you have a system that is working, nurture it. If you already have a system that is making the result that you want, don't change it. Don't disturb a system that is already working for you. Improve upon it. Improve it, improve and improve it, nurture it, make it grow, pay attention to it. But if you have a system that is not working, useless friends, people that will just waste your time, it's only to groove that they know, just to groove. When it is time to groove, you will see them. They can spend money to take you out, but if you ask them to give you money to attend a conference, it's not available. No, you want to reevaluate all of that in this new season that you are going to. I want to thank you for joining me today. I don't see numbers, I see people. Even if I have 5 people on my life, it's still a privilege. Thank you for everybody that joined, for those that asked questions, for those that participated, for those who are just watching and looking at me, who are just looking and say, yes, so it makes sense, so, I don't agree. And I thank every one of you. You could have spent the last 1 hour, the last 59 minutes doing something else. But as tired as you are, as engaged, as busy as you are with your chores, you still listen to me. That means a lot to me. And I want you to know that. I don't see numbers, I see people, and I appreciate your presence. And I hope you have a very wonderful evening. If you are not in America, in the West Coast. If you're in America, in another part of the, I want you to have a wonderful afternoon. Here in California is almost 11. For those who are here, thank you for joining also. And I hope you have a wonderful morning also. We'll do this again next week. And have a very wonderful Saturday. I'll see you around. Take care. Thank you. Mary, if you are online, please, let's talk now. Thank you, Yomi. Thank you. I see your message. Thank you so much. I've been okay. How to improve? Well, you're welcome, Bill. Boo Usom. Thank you. I would really like where you're joining me from. $250 or naira. It was 250 naira back in Port Harcourt. Then I'm talking about like 13, 14 years ago. I want to learn French promptly. You want to learn French properly. That's incredible. I love French. I think it's hard. I don't have anything to do with French right now, but it's one of the languages on my bucket list that I want to learn. I want to learn. Spanish is one. Do you know I actually signed up for a Spanish class? I've said it before in my life. I signed up for a Spanish class. I signed up and I was waiting for this class to come. Then the week we were supposed to start, I got an email that in this adult class, you must have at least 15 people. 15 people before you will be able to start, before they can assign the class. It was only 7 people that signed up. We waited the first week, the second week, the third week, and it was just for 9 weeks. They had to cancel the class. Till today, we've not been able to get 15 people. So I have softwares or application that I want to buy to show me how to, because Spanish, I work with some people that speak Spanish, and they said it's very easy to learn, especially when you now, whatever we have to do, learning another language is incredible. It's beautiful. I know people, I have students that speak Portuguese, Spanish, and they still speak English, and especially when it is international language like French, you speak Portuguese, or you speak Farsi, one of these Middle Eastern languages. It's just incredible. It's beautiful. It makes you very important. It's incredible. Mary, if you're online, please can you signify so that we can get this over with. I find it difficult to interact with people. I get scared when they stare at me while I'm talking. I have a solution for that. When they are looking at you, don't keep eye contact with them. I was still saying this to my daughter yesterday. Don't keep an eye contact. People will open their eyes like this. They want to swallow you. When you are dealing with people at that level, when you are doing public speaking, at the beginning, because that will be one of your strengths later, looking into people's eyes directly, engagement. But for now, just look above here. That was what I did when I was growing, when I was coming up. Just if this is where people are seated, don't look to their face, look up, look above their face. So as far as your face looks, the way you look, it's going to look like you are looking at them, but you are actually not looking at them. If you look from here upward, it will look like you are looking at them, but you are not keeping eye contact. You can't do it more than 3 times before you get a hang of it and you start looking at them directly, and it won't do you anything. As a matter of fact, you will love it. You will love it because it's beautiful, that level of engagement. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you. Boo Usong, I would like to know where you joined me from today. This is very, very important. Please, if you can tell me, that would be incredible. I come live every Saturday, and I think you've been incredible today. Thank you. I appreciate that. From Abuja. Oh, wow, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope I'll see you next week. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Boo, thank you. Thank you so much.